Hi everyone, back again, and I think my video is getting better and better. I know sometimes you see me and it's kind of weird, but happy to be here with you today. I have a very special lady, as all of the ladies that chat with us are, but I always just get excited each time that I get a chance to speak with another amazing sister from somewhere. It just really excites me. I can't tell you how excited I get just for the opportunity and how blessed I am. Good morning, Miss Gina Corneille. Nice to have you. Welcome to Black Women Thriving Abroad.
Good morning.
Thank you for letting me drag you into our sisterhood here. So nice to have you. So I wanted to talk with you. You are a woman that has traveled. You are living abroad and in one of the most unlikely places. I have to say for Black women, it's certainly not one of the top 10 places. Tell me, how did you get to Bangladesh?
I got here by plane, so.
Oh, great! I didn't have flights there.
They have flights out here.
Oh,
well, that's a long story. I'm an educator, so that's the quick story. I'm an educator. So I went to an education fair, and I received a number of job offers for teaching positions, and Bangladesh was one of them. I had a number of other offers, such as UK and Cayman Islands, Dominican Republic, South American countries that sound exotic and exciting. But I considered everything. I considered the package. I have a daughter, and so at the time I was considering her life. I'm a single parent, so I contacted people out here to find out what things were like out here. And then I made my decision that way. So it was unlikely. I was definitely nervous, scared. I had never been out here to this part of the world. I've been traveling my whole life, but I've never been out here. So, and faith, I'm a woman of faith. So prayer and trying to figure out, okay, is this where I should go? And this is where I was led. So I'm here and I'm happy I'm here. I can't hear you.
Oh, is it better now?
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry. Me and my technical.
Okay.
Wow. Your daughter, how old is she?
She's 18 now, so she just graduated. But when we came, she was 13 and a half, almost 14 when we came.
She graduated from school in Bangladesh.
She did.
And what was that like? What has it been like for her?
It was from what she told me, it was the best experience of her life, and she was really grateful that we took that step and left. That was her first time living abroad. I grew up that way, but I wanted her to have that opportunity, and so she's got the bug now because she didn't go back to the States when she graduated. So, she's it was a.
I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. I was going to ask you what opportunities for her now for university are available there. What type of?
Well, she had opportunities that anyone would have, right? So she could have gone back to the United States. She could have gone to a school in Singapore. We traveled to Singapore and visited some schools there. And what was really cool was that the schools there, the tuition is considerably less than United States universities, but they guarantee you a position with Singaporean school companies globally. So had she we were considering for her to go to an art school. She's an artist, visual artist, to go to university in Singapore. Upon graduation, she could have gotten a position with a Singapore company anywhere in the world. And as long as she had signed, I believe, between a 3 to 5 year contract, they would have paid her to, given her basically that tuition money back and more. So, so there basically her opportunities were more so than what she would have had if she had just remained where we were. I guess she wouldn't have had seen these other opportunities. She's in Central America now, going to school. So.
Oh, really? What country?
Yeah, she's in El Salvador. El
Oh,
Salvador. Yeah, she's there
she's
now.
in El Salvador. Wow, that is exciting. Where are you from
Yeah.
originally?
I'm from Haiti. My family is Haitian. I'm a Brooklyn-born Haitian. So if you're Haitian out there, you know exactly what that means. But for those of you who don't know, most of us, our parents, especially immigrate, when they immigrate to the U.S., they come to Brooklyn, okay? They come to Florida, Miami specifically, or they go to Canada. So that's the big hub of Haitians. So I'm a Brooklyn Haitian, as they say. So
That's really, really nice. Are you
yeah.
first, your first generation then?
I'm a first generation born, yeah, born here. And well, not here, but born in the US, that is,
How
yeah.
has it been for you, your experience living in Bangladesh?
That's a big question. uh, I don't know how you want me to answer that, but
Well, okay. So what has it been like? I guess what I'm getting at, I that could be a whole topic, a whole
that's
conversation,
the
but
whole, right.
just
That's the
in
whole,
general, overall, if you could just say overall, what has it been like living there? So was it a big cultural adjustment, or could you just, for example, someone who's never been to that part of the world, could you just slip right in? I mean, does it take some getting used to the language, the culture? Is it a big adjustment?
well, okay. Well, I'm of the crazy variety, the good crazy. So I've always taken risks. I'm always out there jumping, and again, my faith is strong. So I always felt like, okay, if that's where God is leading me, I'm gonna be okay. Um, I look at things like this. If there are other humans there and I'm a human, I can make it happen. So that's just kind of how I came. I looked it up. There's 110 million humans living here. I'm like, I think I can make it work. So that's just my personality. So I'll answer it in two ways. If you're one that is accustomed to, I guess if we're coming from the Western perspective, if you're coming from the comforts of being able to go to such and such supermarket and pick this up, and the parking lanes look like this and they're freshly painted and the schools look like this and what have you, then it's going to be a difficult adjustment because this country, when I first came here, it had a very, very low, one of the lowest GDPs in the world. The economy has definitely gotten stronger. I've been here for 5.5 years. So the economy has definitely changed, and I've seen a lot of things in the society change and grow. But the infrastructure is definitely not like, it's not New York, it's not, Detroit or what have you. But if you are someone with an open mind, and if you came under the circumstances under which I came, like I came under the umbrella of an American international school, so they sponsored me. They pay for my flight, my daughter's flight, tuition, they paying for my accommodations, so if you come under that type of umbrella, then the move is also much more smooth, right? So you're not out there looking for housing. You're not trying to figure out on your own where to settle. So the school really does a lot of that heavy lifting for you. So if you're coming to a country like this and you're not sure, make sure that you're moving with an organization or a company. I don't think this is a country, at least I wouldn't advise that this is a country you just blindly move to and say, I'm gonna see what happens and see if I can make it work, for a number of reasons. But if you're moving with UNICEF, or you're moving with an embassy, or you're moving with a school organization, then these transitions, they make those kind of transitions a lot simpler for you and a lot easier. And it's quite comfortable. So.
Yeah, that is something that I feel we need to talk more about in the future. I see that as a really huge discussion for us. The fact that a lot of women, you know, that are thinking of moving abroad, they said, oh, okay, this school is hiring. Let me go there and see how it goes without doing a lot of research or like having a plan B or like really having it thought out. So that is something I think we need to talk about a lot more for future because it's important. And there is this um, misconception, that uh, everything works out perfect when when you pick a place. All right, pick a place. Let's go here, and everything is going to work out. Just so you really have to have your ducks in a row, basically.
Yeah, you have to do your research. You definitely, I think for me, it's a mix. You have to do your research. You also have to be willing to jump out there, but make, in other words, an informed decision, right? So there are some things that you won't know, and no amount of research is going to prepare you for. So you have to allow yourself the grace to move with that as well. But you also have to do your research. Don't just pick a place and just say, hey, I'm going to go, whether it's research or whether it's visiting or whether it's a combination of both. If you have the wherewithal to do that, definitely do everything you can before you do that, but also have an open mind. You cannot think that you're going to come from anywhere and go to anywhere else and think that you're going to have the same type of experiences, conveniences, or what have you. So yeah.
Good advice. Or well, I should say, future plans? Will you be staying there indefinitely for any period of time?
Well, no. I'm not staying here indefinitely. I'm definitely planning on moving soon, within perhaps the next year or two. Where to, I don't know. I'm on my knees asking our creator, where's the next spot? Um, but yeah, I'm doing my research, okay, right now. And again, again, the advice is, I'm moving in a year or two, and my research started a couple of months ago. So, definitely research should not start, now talking about you moving in June. That's not, unless you're moving from one state to the next in the United States. But if you are moving your whole entire life, if you have children, and even if you don't have children, the research starts now. So I'm on my research trail again, which is very, it's a huge undertaking, and it can be overwhelming sometimes, but I'm taking it day by day. And I have a system that has worked for me, so I'm working that system, and I'm back on my research. So we'll see where I land. I'm excited.
That's great. That's great. Any quick 5-minute advice for women that are looking, that have been or who are really contemplating it? I know you did touch on doing the research, but is there any other inspirational, motivational advice that you can give them?
I mean, do it. Just go, really and honestly go. I mean, there are other there's human beings anywhere. Like I've said before, go. You either will, whether it's the best thing that you've ever done in your life or the worst thing that you've ever done in your life, it will be something that you've done in your life. And I think that everything that we do, it becomes the fabric of our being, and it becomes part of your history, and part of something that you can share with generations to come. So I believe in living while you're living. We spend a lot of time thinking, what if, and if that, and I don't know. And there are so many unknowns, but you won't know until you do it. So, I think the best thing I can say is, get off of the contemplation and just go. Prepare yourself, but go. You will be scared. You will be nervous. You will have questions. I think all of those things are a natural part of who we are as human beings. Those feelings are there for a reason. And I know you're hearing the prayer call right now, so I hope you hear me.
Yeah, I
through
was
that.
wondering. Yeah.
This is a Muslim country.
They are Muslim.
Yeah, this is a Muslim country, but a secular Muslim country. In other words, you don't have to, they're not looking at you and, wanting you to do anything, differently than you
So it's
do normally.
optional as far as foreigners. I mean, they don't
Yeah, yeah,
expect
yeah. You
you.
don't have to, I've lived in some strict Muslim countries, but this is not one of them. You can be who you are, and they respect that. So that's another sidebar. But I live right next to the masjid, so it's
Oh,
gonna be,
okay, okay.
yeah, it's pretty loud.
Gina, thank you so much for spending a few moments with us, and I hope that
Yeah.
you have given some insight into what it's like living abroad in a country that we don't at all, I'm pretty sure, put on our list of places. And looking forward to talking with you again and maybe having some other conversations. But
All
thank
right.
you for these few moments.
Thank you so much.
It's been really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, I hope it's been helpful, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. And hopefully this helps somebody.
Thank you. Bye bye.